Hey authors, welcome to Author Nation. I am Melody Ann, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about something I call sensory experience in story. How do you experience the world? When I ask that question, some people say, well, I think about it. But the truth is, that's what we do after we experience the world. We think about it, we form opinions, all of that happens after we experience it. How we experience the world? We see, we smell, we taste, we hear, we touch. That is how we experience the world. Have you ever been in a movie theater and you forgot you were there? The best movies pull us in because we live the experience of the characters. We don't just think about it, we see what's happening, right? We hear what's happening, and we're not just giving like facts about he went to the store, this happened, this happened, this happened. We are in their experience, we are in their lives, and storytelling is about bringing that experience of your story to the audience. Otherwise, you might as well be on the stand stating facts. I mean, really, you've watched court TV and it's so exciting, but let's face it, court trials in real life are not what they're made out to be on big screen. In fact, they're pretty boring. So we're going to talk about sensory experience and how to bring that sensory experience to your stories in your writing or in oral storytelling if you do that, so that you can bring your story to life for your audience, for your readers. We tend to favor facts, opinions, thoughts over our senses, but we experience the world through our senses. And our thoughts and our opinions are not as interesting as our experiences. So we often want to tell people our thoughts, tell people our feelings. This is my opinion, this is what I think. But actually, if you tell them your experience, you will earn an opinion. People will likely see the world the way you do it. You'll earn the opinion and you'll lead people through your experiences. So bring your story to your audience through your experience. Because the intention of story is to provide an experience for the audience as though they were the character. That's what they're aiming for in those movies that have you on the edge of your seat and you're as afraid for the character as they are. You're as happy for the character as they are. That's what a good movie does. And your audience wants to experience your story, not just hear it. Your audience wants to decide how they feel. They want to have their own thoughts. They want to form their own opinions. They don't just want to be told. We often simplify things when we're writing them out because life is so complex. But when we simplify it, we're often just doing the facts and the opinions, and we leave out the emotional response because that's the complex part. How are you inspired to act? How are you inspired to build a connection? How did you heal? How did that happen? What is that experience that you had that brought you there? So the only truth is what we experience. And what we experience is our world through the senses. After we've experienced it, we make sense of it in our own mind based on our own past, our own experiences, our own knowledge, through thought, through thinking and creating opinions about it. So if you want to bring people into your story, you have to let them experience the world the way you do. You must give them that experience which comes through the senses. And so this is tough. So what I suggest you do is you take any scene in your book, any scene in a story, and just sit in a moment. Don't move forward, don't move backwards, just sit in a moment. And this is so challenging, but just sit in a moment. And while you're sitting in that moment, don't say, I did this, I walked, none of that. Just, I hear and what you hear. I smell and what you smell. I see and what you see. I taste and what you taste. I feel and what you feel. That's it. Resist the urge to say, well, I saw this, so I walked towards it. It's like, no, I saw this. It gave me shivers. I could smell the acid. Just sit in that moment. And this takes practice. So just take some time to practice it. And I'll give you some words to help you. Another thing you can do is take something like a blueberry or some chocolate, or like take anything you want at all and hold it in your hands and think, what do you feel? Is it hard? Is it soft? Is it cold? Is it damp? Is it cold, hot, icy, sticky, slicky, slimy? Slicky? And then sight, what do you see? Is it bright? Is it dark? Is it shiny? Is it dull? Is it smooth? Is it textured? And sound. If what you're holding makes any sound, what does it sound like? Is it a whoosh, a thump, a squeak, a tinkle, a crash? What does it sound like? What does it smell like? Is it sweet or sour or stinky or berry-like or citrusy or musky or fragrant or earthy? And then taste, if it's something you can eat. Don't eat a rock. Is it salty? Is it berry-like? Is it sweet? Is it strong? Is it delicate? Is it metallic? Is it juicy? Is it zesty? This is so much fun with things like chocolate or wine. There are actually professionals who taste chocolate and wine, and you can have a lot of fun with that as well. So you want to apply that to a story. You want to apply that to a moment in time in your story, because that's going to bring the experience to your readers, to your audience. So take a scene, just sit and just run through, what do I hear? What do I see? What do I smell? What do I taste? What do I feel? Right? And you can, I'm saying feel here, but you can feel breeze on your arms or whatever. And just practice that. And that will help you bring sensory experience to your story. And then your audience can come to their own conclusions, their own opinions based on your experiences. Especially if you want to change people, this is a really good way, because you're allowing them to walk in your shoes in a way that they can set themselves aside just a little bit and imagine what it's like to be you. Sensory experience story is a really important part of storytelling. I encourage you to take some time and work on it. And if you're interested in storytelling, check out the description, and I will leave a link for you for more storytelling materials so that you can become an expert or master storyteller.